we were going to have a brief discussion about with the rest of the party here as well. We didn't think it was worth liberating anyone from the island.
I'm cool with that. After hearing all the skeletons in the closet,
including Tad.
What about the Queen's mother?
The Queen's mother. We spoke to Moxina, who said that she is the Queen's, the King's mother was just a manipulator, and she has very limited influence over King Acastus, which is why she gotten rid of anyway.
So make things worse rather than better.
Yeah, so it's unlikely that she would improve the political situation. In all likelihood, she'd probably find whoever's available and ally herself with whatever helped her best interests, which may not be our interests. The king of the island, as it turns out, while he said that he was a wine merchant who, for political reasons, was pushed to exiled to the island, turned out he'd actually poisoned someone. So he was lying about that. He's there for life, and probably it's safer on the island than anywhere else. For that. So the bad news for the islanders is that part of their punishment is that they're still going to have to live with Tad on the island. I feel, yeah.
Did we get anything out of our visit?
We got a white ox that, if we make an appropriate sacrifice, could offer us some sort of boon. If we speak to Kyra about that, she might have some suggestions. We might be able to get some sort of boon for that, or it has a value in itself. So I think it's worth 500 gold pieces or something or other. Was that right, Malcolm?
That's right.
Yeah. So possibly, I think we'd probably want to use it as a boon for us in some fashion, as a sacrifice to one or other of the gods, perhaps, to maybe gain some sort of benefit.
Yeah.
And we also leveled up, if you weren't aware of that.
Oh. What level are we now?
Level 8.
8.
Oh, I'm going to do that right now.
That's got a whole bunch of feats, if you want to do feats or a cause or whatever. I get an interesting class feature because it's from the what do you call it? What's the collective noun for these things? The campaign. My healing just got much more powerful, and I can also cast fog cloud when I cast a healing spell once per long rest. So just as a ultimate protecting sort of thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I get to add I get to add +5 to any of my healing spells because it's whatever my wisdom modifier is.
Nice.
And I don't think it does that automatically looking at it because it's already. Yeah. It didn't change because you already add your proficiency, don't you?
I think it's your spellcasting modifier.
Oh no, you. Yeah, so you add your spellcasting modifier plus you add my wisdom modifier again. So it's effectively a level 1 healing word is 1d4 plus 10.
Okay.
We go ability score or feat.
Doesn't look as it has taken account of that for Dharma, so we'll just remember a +10.
Oh no, it's a +5 on that because it has the +5 on it. I just need to remember to add another 5.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Don't know what I said, but that's what I was trying to say.
And the notes in the booklet and the player's guide talk about the fog cloud, but I noticed that it doesn't come up on my feats. So it's going to be that amazing thing that I forget about.
You sure it doesn't show up under your features and traits?
Yeah, I had a look, and it's the healing vapors, and it says whenever you use a spell of first level to restore, the creature regains additional hit points equal to your wisdom modifier. But then in the booklet it also says once per long rest. It also has you can cast fog cloud when you do a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that hasn't come up in my feats. But that's okay.
So you
Just
sure it's not under your spell? Oh, no.
No.
Because that's a consequential thing. You click one spell and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
another spell is triggered.
Exactly. But I reckon that we'll be totally fine because you guys never need healing, so we'll be all right.
Well, then I shouldn't have wasted my time becoming a medical expert. I've now upgraded my knowledge of medicine. So
Oh,
I
yeah?
have expertise in medicine, apparently.
Oh my goodness. So you'll be up at about plus 10 or something like that.
You know, +9, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've got, yeah. Yeah, I am, yeah, that's just the boon of this cleric.
Yep.
Is healing and his foresight.
Nice.
What did you roll? What did Kyle roll his D? His health D?
No.
Mm.
It's just automatically given me something.
Yeah, that'll be your Constitution modifier, but you also need to add in the manual one.
Okay, it's D8. Let's do it now. I'm trying to choose a feat. I think I've got one.
Rabbit's foot. A lucky foot.
Oh, look at that!
Nice.
Oh, he rolled an 8. Lovely.
So I go to manage HP. And where do I put the 8?
See where it says rolled hit
Override.
point? It says 41.
Yeah.
Change that to 49.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Oh my
32
goodness.
from Constitution. Man, your Constitution must be off the charts.
I think there's some magic at play there. Let's have a look.
No, you just got +4 Constitution. So
Yeah.
at 8th level, that's 32 extra hit points. Nice.
So should I take my wisdom up or my
Keep in mind,
intelligence?
You could. Oh, sorry. Ignore me.
No, I won't. I will listen intently.
So I thought you were going to say Constitution because it's your highest, but with ASI you can only take it up to a maximum of 20. So you can make your Constitution 20, which would give you an extra 8 hit points.
It already is 20.
19, isn't it?
Oh no, that's my charisma.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Constitution is 20. I think I'm going to go Fey Touched for my feet. Give me some extra spells. And Charisma Intelligence. So intelligence hasn't really come into play in this campaign.
So
Really,
true.
yeah.
So true.
That could be taken broadly as well. Yeah.
Like crappy saves if you fail them. I remember like just on a meta sort of thing. It's like intelligence saves. It's generally pretty brutal if you fail them, but they're not as common as the other one.
I think I might do a wisdom.
5% of them are dexterity or wisdom.
Yeah.
Intelligence
I might
really comes
increase my wisdom then.
Mind flayers, I think, do some intelligent stuff.
It's rare.
Good thing it's not charisma saves, though, is there?
Oh, for me,
Yes.
me and Bolo. What's your modifier, Vinny? Mine's -3 on charisma.
Yeah, same, bro.
But luckily, it's one of my racial or class-based saves, so I add my proficiency bonus. So I've got a charisma save of +0.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got Hunter's Mark again.
Oh, cool. Did anyone take any interesting feats? You wouldn't take a feat, Vinny, because you're going backwards and forwards between
Yeah,
Classes.
now I'm just trying to pick a rune.
Yep. Pick a rune. Get a rune, mate. Get a rune.
Yeah.
How about
fine.
you, Pat? Did you get a cool feat or anything like that?
So I did the feat where I get it was the skill expertise. So that was
Yeah,
buffing the medicine so that I can render some first aid. Apparently, I can if I do the stabilizing, you end up with 1 hit point, not 0 hit points.
Oh, that's
And if I
handy.
do apply bandages, like take my action to do that, it's I'd have to find them. Where is it gone now? It's here somewhere.
No, that's really handy.
I've got Misty Step as well. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a useful
Can
spell.
be quite handy. I can use it without using a spell slot too.
I grabbed the old resilience so that I could boost my con saves, because that was very frustrating in the volcano caldera.
Oh, okay. No, I just did the expertise. I was looking at the health one, the healer feat.
yeah.
I think in the end I did one where I just buffed my constitution by 1 and have got the medicine skill up.
Yeah.
As well. Thank you. And buffed my perception, I suppose, at the same time.
Cool.
All right. So we're good to go?
Yeah, I'm just twiddling.
Yep, whenever.
Idilla, as you're about to embark on the boat, she rushes forward, throws herself at the feet of Particles, says, "Take me! I cannot stand to be on this island anymore! Just take me, please! I will do anything! Just get me off this goddamn island!"
Well, I know you've said you would do anything, but what is it that you could do that would aid us?
I could just row oars if that's what it takes.
We already, I believe, have a full complement of rowers on board.
I know how to
I'm not
sew.
sure that
I'm proficient with a rapier. I'm useful. Just take me. I'll be your loyal, humble servant. Just get me off this goddamn island.
Well, what say you, crew?
Well, can we have a huddle? Can we ask her to just wait, and we'll just step away from her hearing range?
Steps away. Step away. Yep.
Having missed last week's adventures because I stayed on ship. Well, I went back to the ship, I guess. So I think it sounded like, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm obviously missing a lot of information, but it sounded like her values align more closely with us than the king. Did she suggest any possibility of going against the king? Or was she wanting to sidle up to him and put in a good word for us?
Well, she claimed to have influence over Acastus, but we received other information that she was just blowing smoke up her asses.
Right. Well, I defer to everyone who was there last week if you feel she has any value or you think she's full of shit. And
Well, I
trust your judgment. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the other thing was that she was put into exile for a period of time, and while the exile, as it was explained to me, if she can make her way to shore, her exile is over. We're not necessarily going to be back to shore for some time until we've completed exploring the islands and seeing if we can find anything to aid us. Perhaps it's safer here, because we're not going to be back to Mitros until close to the end of the Oath of Peace, I should imagine. Well, the real question is, do we think it's fair and just that she's here. And who are we to question the kings and leaders that have banished these people? What say you, Damas? Is there wisdom in setting her free, or is the wisdom to let her serve her term?
Once again, I must echo what Proteus has said. And as far as I've been here tending to this delightful dragon's egg for the most part, and have no real understanding. Yet, as I overheard, it seems she may be more trouble than what she's worth. At the very least, we've been warned against it by our ally who's on the ship. So I feel that in terms of facing the future, I think that it might be best for us just to let things be. She was certainly not asked for from the mainland, that's for sure.
Yeah. And Tad definitely needs to be returned to the island.
Oh,
and
yes.
In part, I think Idilla's sentence is to have to live in trepidation because Tad is out there.
Well, I don't feel completely comfortable with that, but I mean, if you're getting sent to these places, it's very hard to avoid criminals, it seems.
Well, there wouldn't be any worth in attempting to divine whether there would be any benefit to her accompanying us. Given that we've got 3 days' journey to the next island. Or do you want to divine something about their trip to the next island?
Well, I feel like our decision's been made up already as far as that's concerned, but there's still many future decisions, and I do have a limited resource as far as my divination is concerned. And so, for this one where we seem to have made a decision already, I'm more than happy to go with the flow, so to speak. But I don't see her as being crucial in our efforts against Sidon, so I'd rather not spend that. But let's have a quick look at my inventory. The old thing that I created, where is it? I can't see where I've got it, but I only have like 3 or 4 left.
Oh, okay. I thought you could do something with your dragon bones.
I can do something with my dragon bones, but it's not as good as my divination. I've 3 fortune tellings left.
Right. Okay. I think then we should save that resource, and I think we should, since she's backed away from the boat, we should release Tad onto the pier, and then make good our exit onto the Ultros.
Yes, let's.
Ed waves from the pier, giving a symbolic poop on the deck of the pier, and Idilla sees you leaving without even saying goodbye, and she runs forward and attaches herself to the leg of Svenpur. Take me with you! Your cold shoulder is devastating, please! I'll scrub the deck, I'll do anything, just take me! She's attached to your legs, Sven.
I try and jump away, kind of kicking at her.
Okay, make an athletics check or acrobatics, it's up to you. And she rolls, will be flat, or she rolls a 2. Not going to be difficult, Svenpur. Yeah, you easily jump out of her grasp with your, imagine, strong legs being a harangon. You just bounce away, and she just collapses to her knees and sobs bitterly. She realizes that her fate, whatever it is going to remain on this island. And you set sail out into the gulfs of the Cerulean, out of the waters of the Cerulean Gulf. Captain, I assume you're setting the anti-criteria to the constellation
yes,
of the
and
Heart?
the Heart was the next choice, not for any particular reason. We were being a little bit more systematic. We looked at the Geigen and thought that sounded very, very full of Lutherian and Sidon supporters. So we thought the heart might be a better place to go.
It takes you 3
Sorry, what
days to
island
get there.
was that one? Sorry, what was that island that we just were at?
The warrior.
With the prisoner island? The warrior. Oh, that's right.
That's
Cool.
the island of
Island of
Oh.
Exiles. Yep, cool. I got you. Island of Exiles was the warrior. Cool. The heart.
Wait, I might have that wrong. Let me just double check.
No, it's what you've got on here on the constellations. And now updated constellations.
Warrior.
The Island of the Exiles is the warrior.
You've got here Island of the Fates, though. Just on the map. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. So, 3 days. We'll take you 3 days to get there, but let's see how you go about getting there. There might be some complications on the way. But by the time you eventually arrive at the constellation of the Heart, you'll have 41 days left on the Oath of Peace. So the countdown is on. And Damus, why don't you roll me a D20?
Oh, yes, thank you. All right. Yay. A 7.
7.
Uh-oh.
Not the 7. And
Uh-oh.
yes, and a D100, please.
Uh-oh. 99.
99. Okay, so we'll say 1 day of sailing through the Cerulean Gulf goes relatively without incidents. 99. You'll be pleased to know that these random encounters that I'm looking up go in alphabetical order. So 99 is no better or worse than 1. So
it's not like the extremes, how a lot of people do them, where 50 is generally fine and then the extremes get worse and worse.
Just
cool.
Yeah, it's just random. There's no association.
Zebrafish. We're facing zebrafish.
So on your way to the constellation of the Heart, your ship sails into waters that are curiously transparent, and the white sand of the seabed is clearly visible. As you sail on, the sea grows shallower, and you notice what appears to be a dense coral forest. However, a closer look reveals that the colour of the forest below your keel is an undersea village of some kind. And merfolk wave up at your ship in welcome. So mermen, mermaids, they're all looking up and waving.
What do I know about merfolk in the area? What's the sort of legendary status of them? Are they to be trusted? Are they to be not to be trusted? Pardon?
History check.
History check. All right. 20.
20. Think of it as humans. You know, capable of great good, capable of great evil. They're just very human-like in that regard.
And is there any alignments, any traditional alignments, like, you know, how like the centaurs and that sort of thing aligned to Sidon? Is there any alignments that they might have themselves?
The neutral spectrum. They like keeping
Neutral,
them balanced.
yep.
Yep, but it could be neutral good, neutral, true neutral, or neutral evil, but definitely neutral.
Gentlemen, I think this might provide an opportunity in which, at the very least, to find out more. I mean, we have the capabilities, do we not, of water breathing and what have you?
Yes, so I can ritualistically cast that. So the entire party could go down and investigate.
And yes, were I
mermaid.
to suddenly...
a mermaid pokes her head up on the water, just floating. She says, "Oh, hello. My name's Iola. What's your guys' names?"
I am Particles of Rhodes, and these are my compatriots on the Ultros. Introducing Sven Purr, the Brave, and Bouncy. Okobolo, the Strong.
Yo,
Wow, you do look
Damas.
strong. Damas, you look old. Is that your
I
special
knew
power,
you were
not
going.
dying?
I knew you were going to say that. Let's just leave it at that. You see, like it's foresight. I have foresight.
Okay. I don't know
That's the
what that is.
glasses.
Oh, it's the glass. Neat. You said you're Particles of Rhodes. What's Rhodes?
Is a far off distant land that I hope to return to one day.
Well, how do you get there? Why don't you just sail your ship there? Can't be very good sailors if you don't know your way home.
It's the trick of the navigation. It is a puzzle that is yet to be solved. I got here, so I must be able to get back.
It makes sense. What are the rest of you? So you lost. You're lost. You're old. What are the rest of you doing? Okobolo, she just seems curious. Very curious. I mean, in human years, and I'm not sure how it translates to mermaids, how the year, but she looks like 15, 16, so a young female, but not super young. So lost, old, and what's the rest of you guys doing?
just keeping these guys out of trouble.
Well, we don't see a lot of sailors here. We don't like Sidon. He's a mean poo-poo head, but he tends to smash ships, and you're not smashed. What are you, loyal followers of Sidon or something? Huh? Is that what it is? You're Sidon worshippers, you pieces of shit? Huh? Piss off out of the ocean, worshippers of Sidon.
I hate that guy. Spit on the ground.
Perhaps you don't recognize this famous ship. This is the mighty Ultros, perhaps the most sturdiest of ships to sail the Cerulean Gulf.
Well,
So
that's pretty cool.
we are fortunate. We have taken it from its former master, the rather evil Estor Archelander, and we are searching the Cerulean Gulf for allies and boons to help us in the coming conflict that's going to occur. Were you aware that there's a conflict between Sidon and Lutheria and the Five Gods?
A lot of information there. No, I don't. And no, I don't recognize the Ultros. I mean, everything from the bottom of the ocean, all ships kind of look the same, you know? Just a big hully thing, I think is what you call it. And all I basically heard is you're on an adventure. Is that right?
That is correct.
I'd love to go on an
Oh,
adventure
call
with
it more
you.
of a quest, really. More of a quest.
I'd certainly call it a quest.
Serious business.
We're hearing your distaste of Sidon. Can I just ask, please, why do you hate Sidon so much?
Well, he's we like the ocean to be in balance, right? Kind of the classic circle of the life stuff, and he just tends to be a poo-poo head and send storms. Sometimes, maybe everybody except the old guy, maybe those without senility, would know that, you know, storms tend to smash coral, and coral is our home, and we don't like that. So, you know, he's just a bit too chaotic, right? We strongly believe that the ocean should be left to its own devices. You know, everything in balance. Everything in balance. And when someone says rule the ocean, what a poo-poo head thing to say.
Well, can I just say that we happen to be on a quest. Our particular quest is the defeat of Sidon. We are looking for... Sorry?
Oh, that's awesome. Can I come with you?
Sure. What particular skills do you bring? First of all, I can't speak for everyone, so I can't say yes straight away. But what particular skills do you bring?
Swimming.
Yes, swimming. I can hold my breath pretty much forever. I have some.
Can you speak with fish?
I can have a spell that speaks with fish. Yes.
Excellent.
But how would you come with us when we go on land?
Well, I can flop around on land.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm a kind of slower
I
than
could,
you
I could
walk.
carry you.
Oh, you can carry me. That'd be cool. But yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
pretty slow on the land. Can I show you? Can I
I'll
come
tell
on
you what.
board?
As the captain, I'll invite her on board, and perhaps we could introduce her to Boat. Maybe Boat would be interested in carrying her around.
Oh yes.
Good old boat. I don't know. Man, that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
But she climbs up onto the deck of the ship, and she looks around, and she doesn't have legs. She has a big old tail in classic mermaid things, and she flops around on the deck of the boat. And flop is the word I'm looking for. And mechanically she moves at 10 feet around, when most of you would be around 30.
Need she be kept moist?
You can always. I mean, you're on a boat. I can always jump in there. But guys, I really should ask my dad
Yes.
if I could come.
Who's your dad?
Absolutely.
Wait, how old are you?
16. My dad's Highwind. He's kind of the king.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, of
that'd be
course.
we'd be kidnapping if we just took you with us. That'd be
yeah.
good.
Certainly.
I have to ask Dad. Okay, let's go.
Do you
He
want
jumps
us to
into the
come
water.
down?
Yeah, come
Oh,
on.
do you want us to come with you and us? Shall we do this, boys? Yes.
Excellent.
Okay.
Better not get wet. Takes ages to dry.
Iola jumps into the water and says, "Okay, follow me, guys." And she jumps into the water and swims down
And-
about 30 feet in this very crystal clear kind of water. Sorry, there's a question there?
I know we've got our water breathing. Particles, have you cast it, I presume?
Yep, I thought I had.
Yep, cool. Fantastic. All right. A quick question. How will my dragon egg fare? Can I just leave it behind briefly? I don't really want to take it underwater.
Kari says, "Well, what if it hatches? You know?"
Okay, I'll take it with me. I take it with me and I cuddle it.
What if it
Alright.
floats?
I'm going to say it's a little buoyant, but not mechanically relevant.
If
It's
it
a little-
floats, it's rotten.
It's not if it floats, it's rotten. I was going to say that too.
I didn't know that about eggs, but this one is a little buoyant.
Yeah.
Okay, and you all dive down into the water. Maybe Sven purr a little hesitant with his fur, but it's very pleasant. The water's here less salty than what you've experienced, with this clear water and these white sand on the bottom of the ocean. The seabed is white sand. And you see an entire village of these merfolk just going about their business. Some are just like a human society. Some seem to be farming seaweed. Some seem to be taking care of the young. Some, just building, manipulating the coral. And Iola swims around and she's kind of waving to you. "Hey, look. And she seems by far the most excited with your presence here. Everybody gives you polite smiles, but that's about it. And then she comes to it's kind of the center of the underwater village, and there's this white almost crystalline bit of coral. It's almost see-through, and it's shaped like a sphere. And there's a little opening on it, and kind of sitting inside is what I presume is his Highwind, her father. He's got a long beard, and he looks much older than her. Yep, small mermaids, babies, to all the way to old mermaids. So you see the whole spectrum of mermaids, Pericles. Oh, Highwind, what have you brought to me this time? Oh, these guys are heroes. They want to kill Sidon. Is that right, guys? Was that a summary? Good summary? You want to kill Sidon?
Yes.
Well, we want to end his tyranny. If that requires his death, then so be it. But if we could solve it peacefully, we would prefer that option.
You perhaps are not a studier of history. Sidon is not to be negotiated with. If this is indeed your goal, then ending Sidon would be the only way to end his reign. If you do meet him, and I'm dubious to start with that you're even serious about this endeavor, he will make bargains with you. He will try to negotiate, but do not negotiate with him. He is not to be trifled with. But tell me, let's assume that I know that your tall tale is true, that this is your true intentions. How do you plan to go about it?
Well, presently we are searching for items and allies to help achieve this task. Searching for great boons, and so that we can finally feel strong enough to take both him and his sister Lutheria on. That is how we're doing it. A little bit of playing it by ear, if I be honest, but that's why we're on this mighty quest. We're following the fates. Not the actual fates, though, not those fates. They're a bit evil. No, like just going where the fates will, but not the fates. Fate.
The winds
You
of
get what I
fate.
mean? Yes.
I understand what you were trying to say, even though it took you a long time to get to the point. But that's...
Yes.
Right. Can you just everybody make a persuasion check, and we'll see if you can convince, because it's a tall tale that you're wanting to...
Is it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's not a lie, but cool. -1.
Well,
Nice.
I wish you luck on your quest to kill Sidon. I mean, I don't know what to say. You're obviously sailors of some renown. We don't see a lot of ships here recently, or not for hundreds of years, if this tales are to be believed, and yet you are here. Misguided, perhaps, but so be it. You'll have anybody who at least claims... Well, I believe it that you hate Sidon, and for that you are to be admired, but that's a fool's quest and a fool's errand. I'm not even sure if I believe you, to be honest, but I wish you well. Hey, Mr. Highwind, I kind of believe them. I think they're onto something. At the very least, that they're going on an adventure. Oh, look! No, Iola. We've talked about this before. You may not go on any adventures. You're to stay here.
Oh,
And
come on.
continue with it. You can refer to me as Dad, because she is my daughter. I am the king of this area. You can refer to me as Your Highness.
Oh, Your Highness,
Very good,
truly,
sire.
truly you are
Sire's
wise. For our adventure, no doubt, will involve much danger, and we would not wish to put your progeny in harm's way.
But
The only thing we would...
Dad! No. My answer is final.
One thing I will say though, like, if you had some form of boon or equipment you wish to lend us on our thing to even the odds, if you feel we're going to be so unsuccessful, or alternatively, were the battle to commence, we strongly urge you to check the currents of the sea and see which way they are moving, and perhaps join us. Because we fear that there might be widespread devastation coming soon. 41 days, in fact. 40 days, sorry, I've lost a little bit of count. And so perhaps consider joining us at the moment of truth. Because the other option, I'm sure, is widespread devastation.
Persuasion check,
That's what we're
Damas.
trying to prevent.
And Damas
Oh,
only Mr.
okay.
-3.
Yes. Yeah.
Eh.
9.
Nothing I
We
can
shall-
really help with you directly, unfortunately. No boons to give. Nothing of the sort. I wish you well.
The only other thing that... And thank you for your time.
Yes.
Wait, King, before we leave, would it be too much to ask for just news of the area? Any information you can give us of any of Sidon's forces or any secrets that you might hold? Even that, as easy as it would be for you to give, might help us a lot.
Apollo, make a persuasion check.
Yeah, more -3 action.
Three as
I
well.
guess you got to do more talking, buddy.
Well,
Motherfucking bad at.
my God. Oh my God.
You pester me with questions, you pester me with favors. It is best you
Does
just
Your Highness
be
like
done.
Does Your Highness like stone soup?
I bid you
It's
good
a-
day.
All food down here is Proteus.
Yeah, I know. I had one question that I was not going to ask.
Look, I will prostrate myself on the floor in front at his feet and say, Your Highness, forgive my friends. You see, I'm the unofficial leader of this group, and I have to plead with you. This is the end of the world we're talking about as we know it, and we're the only ones standing up, doing what's right in this situation. Okay, and I understand your hesitance with your daughter. That's fine. You know, I would do the same as a father. But when it comes to uniting against the evil and tyranny that is Sidon, now is the time. Put your hand up and join us. Help us in any way.
He rubs his temples. He's just tired of this. So Proteus, you can make a persuasion check, but at disadvantage. You've got a lot of a lot of really bad rolls.
Shouldn't let my friends talk first.
Yes.
All right.
4.
Hang on, what? 24? So 13 and...
14 and a 13.
That was it. Why did I do 2?
Oh, what does it
Yeah,
matter?
just disadvantage. Yeah, because
Okay.
13 plus 11 is 24.
Yeah, but why would it add them together?
It didn't.
Okay.
It added 13 plus 11.
Oh, plus 11. Sorry. Yeah, I'm with you. Yes,
Yeah.
24.
So That was a disadvantage, though?
Yeah, what's a
Yeah,
disadvantage?
I got
24
it.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
That's the difference between +11 and -3.
I tell you what. I will give you something that could aid you in your adventure under one condition. Proteus, I believe you were referred to. You're as wise and smart as you say you are. What is this one favor that I will ask of you?
I'm listening.
Oh, I'm saying how wise you are. What am I going to ask of you?
Oh, I see. Right.
Ooh.
To catch some fish. Let's see. Val help protect your daughter somehow. She seems very close to your heart. I imagine a daily concern of yours.
And he reaches over.
I'm at a loss, guys.
And he snaps off 3 pieces of coral and hands them to you. May these aid you in your adventure. When you feel down, when you feel out, consume the liquid from the coral. And my condition for giving you this gift is just shut up and go away.
So you don't want a song?
You've just broken the condition. Go away.
Okay. Yep. I back up, walking backwards, my arms extended to either side,
You
and
can
my head
swim
bowed,
backwards.
flourishing my hands.
Yeah, that's
That's
I
what I'm
do-
doing. Yes.
do backstroke.
Swimming. Yep. That's right. All right, fellas. So what have we got? These 3 coral things. What should I? What
Coral
are they called?
juices.
Mechanically,
Yeah.
they act as a combination of potions of water breathing and heroism, all rolled into one.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't think water breathing
that's
wouldn't
handy.
really be terribly relevant, but make a note of it. But you have 3 potions of a combination of water breathing and heroism.
shall we?
nice.
I think one should go to Bolo, and then who else are probably our frontliners? Like probably Svenper and
What does heroism do?
Just
Temporary hit
Remember,
points and something else.
You get to re-roll.
here we go.
and
Um,
if you're under the effect of the bless spell with no concentration. Yeah, that's pretty handy.
Okay.
Anybody
Well,
hit points, not to be sneezed at.
No, exactly.
Proteus says, "Yeah, help yourself." But pockets one of them.
You have 3 of them.
Well, I definitely think Bolo gets one. Maybe Svenper.
No, it's fine. I've already had one of those, bro. It was yum, but not for me.
That's because you had a blue V, not a green V.
Oh, true, yeah. Taste wasn't quite right,
Yeah, it's sugar free.
Yeah. I
yeah,
want
I
to put stevia in my.
I still like try and force you to have one of them. But no, it's not that you need it. It's just that you'll be that much more effective. And trust me, you are a wonderful frontliner. Please take the coral juice. Please.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, Damus, I'll push it back to you and say, 10 hit points means a lot more to you than it does to me, my friend. And that bless spell might help you concentrate on the other spells you've got going on.
Well, overnight, I think I did some prayers and feel like I'm that much more better at concentrating on things. Okay, well, I'll happily take one. And when I feel you need it, I'll pour it down your throat. And so I'll take it.
Well, yeah.
You guys have
Give
a
it to
weird
Paddington.
relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, we're swimming back to the boat
Sure.
or the island. Is there an island? There must be an island.
No,
Are we in
boat.
view?
No, we're just on a shallow part of the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
You're not in danger of grounding your boat, but it is shallower than you're used to. Well, it is,
Like an
it's like a
atoll
par-
almost.
Yeah, like an atoll, and it's almost like a paradise, right? It's clear waters, sandy seabeds. There's your getting ready to sail on the ocean. You see Iola pop her head up again, wearing some type
no.
of backpack. Guys,
No.
my dad, he doesn't understand. I mean, yes, I've done my study, and hey, look, I can do cool stuff. I'm useful. And she casts a spell under her breath, and you hear a crack of thunder, and all the water erupts from a point around her. And now I can do this as well. She casts a spell, and vines grow up around your feet. Some of you get stuck in it, some of you don't, but she instantly dispels it. And she produces a little fire in her hands. See, I'm useful, I'm ready.
Yeah. Cool. Come on.
Alright, cool.
No, stop.
Did Boat see any of that?
Did Boat see any of it?
Boat did. Boat is endlessly curious. Boat bug, yep, Boat does.
Remind me. Oh, boat bug. Right, that's right. That I forgot who that was.
No. Just Oko, please. If she can do that, imagine what a whole kingdom of those mermen and mermaids might be able to do. He might be invoking the wrath of not just one sea dweller, but not the supposed ruler of the seas, but the people who actually inhabit it.
It didn't see me leaving. If we sail now, we'll be fine. And she's already on board. She's on board.
It's a remarkable coincidence, though, don't you think? That on the very day that we arrive, we have a chat with him. He hates us, and then he abscond with us on this one. I'm sorry. What do the rest of you think, Sven, Pericles? Are you sure this is a wise idea?
Damas doesn't want to make the fish people mad. Ooh.
I certainly don't. I want them on our side. I have a feeling that they might come to our aid in our hour of need. We've got, just because you don't like the coral juice.
I have come to your aid. Look, here I am.
Proteus.
Perhaps the thing is that you need not travel with us. That adventure may be coming your way, and your father may very well need your skills and your learning for the upcoming conflict. That may spread as far as your kingdom.
You are completely right. I need to learn the skills to defend my people. What better way to do that than fighting dragons and treasure and goblins?
We're level 8. We're not fighting goblins anymore.
I don't know what level 8 means, but goblins always should.
I'll go and say, maybe you should go back, and I'll wink at her and back, and don't follow the ship later on, and I'll don't just stay out of sight. I'm trying to deceive everyone else and convince her to just stow away, pretty much.
Make a deception check. It's a tricky one because you're trying to deceive and persuade at the same time.
Damas has got a passive insight of 18.
I see. All right, I'll be heading down then. I'll see you later. And she starts climbing down into the bowels of the Ultros.
Can we just vote on it? I know that we've got 2 for and 2 against. Can we just vote on it, please?
We were talking before about the winds of fate, Damas. I think, fate seems to have thrust this young hobo on us. So
Yes.
hey, let it come. We're all a ragtag group of and that way, we could look after her, make sure she's all right, because she sounds like she's,
Yeah.
trying to get herself into trouble anyway, and hopefully keep the king on our side in the long run. And she could be useful.
Proteus, I don't think we should feel too badly for Damas and Pericles, because I mean they are old and they forget what it's like to be young and just want to go out in the world and have fun. And
Yeah.
being old men, they are naturally going to try to take the agency away from a young woman as well.
Yeah, I mean, geez, you guys.
In any
What's the
case,
big
it
deal?
seems we're outvoted. Svenper is nodding his head like an Energizer bunny, and you two are fine with it, so all right. She comes.
Just Proteus, what were you voting? It's 2-2 at the moment, so in a sense, you have the final say.
I just made an argument to let her come.
Yeah, we were doing the voting just on the Roll20 chat as well, just to make it.
I see. All right, I missed that. Yeah.
Could I just confer with Svenper? What is your vote? Is that an aye or?
That's a yay.
Yeah, but he is a little on the dyslexic side, so I just wanted to confirm that he was in fact typing what he meant.
An eye for an eye, a yay for an eye.
I've been listening the whole time. You guys are the best. Thank you.
Yes.
And she runs up and
quickly, please.
gives Okobola, you were on my side the whole way, Okobola, and she gives you a big wet hug, because that's the only type of hug she can give.
Yeah. Now we're gonna see about making a little contraption so we can, you can follow us. And I'd like to see if I can rig up some sort of fishy papoose or something like that.
Actually, Malcolm doesn't know. What's a papoose? Malcolm does not know what that word means.
Yeah, like a baby Bjorn.
Baby Bjorn, but for an adult fish.
Baby Bjorn, I know. All right. Well, you've already got an egg Bjorn, I guess, with a dragon egg.
Yeah.
So a baby born. Okay, cool. But okay. Okay, go on to adventure. And she says, "You guys need to move. My dad's gonna notice me missing soon. Let's go."
Yes.
Yeah, let's hook in.
And you push.
Double time, please. Double time.
Yeah.
You get
your
out.
First bit of adventure will be get down on one of those oars and have a row for a while. See you like that.
Okay. I guess adventuring is not all glory and saving damsels or What's the opposite of what's a male damsel? There's a word for dude. It's a dude in distress. It's not just saving dudes in distress, himbos in distress. Yeah, okay. And she does a terrible job at oaring, and but there are 50 oars on the boat, so her useless rowing isn't that much of a problem. I mean, she's very much strong in the lower body with her massive fishtail, not so much upper body strength, but she's trying her best. The rest of the journey to the constellation of the heart leads you to, rather not surprisingly, the Golden Heart.
Oh.
Oops. Yeah, this almost makes sense as well, given the random event that you just had. Because your ship glides through the shallow waters of this paradise. And you see, much like where you picked up Iola from, you find yourself at the pristine beaches of this island, which is known as the Golden Heart.
Oh.
Ooh.
Can we see that giant tree from the shoreline?
It's hard to miss the giant tree.
Is that giant tree the tree that's of life? The one that they talk about?
Kyra.
What, you got?
Kyra pipes up and says, that there, the tree at the center of the island, it's hard to miss. That's known as the Heart of Thylea. Thylea being the, it's
land.
everything. Thylea is the land, and the land is Thylea. And it is rumored, I can't confirm this one way or another, but the Dragon Lords used to come here and commune with the tree for guidance. And also, and some of the ship members kind of join in as well. And they say that many people dreamed of coming to this island and hunting one of the golden beasts. Like there's rumors of lions, boars, rams. Any one of the hide from one of those things would literally get you more gold than you could possibly imagine if you brought it back to Mitros. So Kyra says, well, yeah, so if you hunt these creatures and kill them and take their hide, get it back to Mitros, that's a lot of coin. You'd have to kill a golden beast, but yeah.
It's also a primary ingredient for boots of levitation, I believe. Just from memory, the golden fleece. Here it is. Yes. A golden fleece. If we find a golden fleece, it's boots of levitation.
You look out
yeah.
onto this island, and it's just crowded with immense oak trees. And there's a noticeable lack of anything man-made in sight. There's a small head of deer that poke their head out through the forest to see you. And unlike deer as you perhaps hunted or seen on the mainland, they're quick to scatter. These ones don't. They just watch you curiously.
Well, I'd like very much to at least see these golden creatures. Shall we put ashore?
Mm-hmm.
Given the serene nature and how easy it is to dock, no survival check required to successfully park the Ultros close to the island. And you jump off, you get your feet wet, but once again, very fine sand, not rock in any way, and you land on the shore of the so-called Golden Heart. And the deer that came out that were curious to see you, you're maybe 10 feet away from them, and they're not scattering, they're just watching. One of them reaches back into the forest, nibbles on something. They turn, and some of them walk down the beach, some of them retreat in the forest, seemingly treating you as a curiosity, but not a danger.
I want to get as close as I can to one, see if I can touch one.
Yeah, you get within patting distance. Yeah, and you reach out and stroke its neck. It doesn't really react, but doesn't run, doesn't do anything apart from graze, I guess.
It's funny that with no fear reaction, I have no desire to kill this thing whatsoever. It's if it's not afraid of me, then it shouldn't be afraid of me.
One thing that it might indicate is that it might not know of humans or humanoids or bipedal people or anything like that. It might suggest that this is relatively virgin land, and if the heart of Thylea is here, I do not want to in any way jeopardize that relationship with this place. So I do agree we should perhaps not eat these deer.
So
You
we
said
go
you said
further towards the tree.
Ayola, you said you could talk to the fish. Is there any possibility you could talk to these deer?
Just checking up something. Well, yes, but not at the moment. See, every morning I pray to the spirit of the oceans, and they listen to me and they grant me spells. I do not prepare that one, though, I'm afraid.
Fair enough. I understand the pain greatly.
It's spells. She's just kind of hanging around in the shallows of the water for the meantime.
I do think that perhaps you should come with us if you're able to, just mainly because I'm concerned of what would happen if your father were to swim in these shallows and to see you hanging there next to our ship. So have you made any headway with the papoose idea, Okaboro?
The baby Bjorn, yeah.
Yes.
Would you like me to roll some checks for that, Malcolm?
Yes. I'm trying to think which would be an appropriate check. Probably can't think of a better one than survival. So let me look at the character sheet.
I do have proficiency with Smith's tools.
What? Make me a dexterity check, and you can add your proficiency bonus onto it. I think that's how we'll do it. Just a straight dexterity check plus proficiency, which is, what is it now? 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, baby
3.
Bjorn. So 6. I think 6.
Plus, what was it? The fire rune gives me my proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check I make that uses my proficiency with a tool.
So that brings you to 9. So
9, which is still not.
it's a long walk. Your baby Bjorn work is not, because baby Bjorns are designed for babies. She is not a baby. She's maybe 5 feet tall. She's not huge, but she's got some growing to do, but not really suitable.
Baby Bjorns have two leg holes as well, and she's got one tail.
She just slips right through.
She might just slip out the front.
That's okay. If you guys don't mind walking a little slower, I can keep up. No problem.
I thought we said we'd get boat to carry her.
Oh, Boatbug would more than happy to carry her. Boatbug will learn.
How do you feel about that, Iola?
Well, we don't bugs where I'm from, but you guys trust him? If you trust him, I trust him.
Oh yeah, he's the best bug I've ever met.
Excellent. And rather awkwardly, she wraps her arms around Boatbug. This NPCs you guys are acquiring is amazing. Wraps her arms around Boatbug, and Boatbug kind of shrugs and starts carrying her. So Boatbug and Iola are now one thing. Boatbug Iola. Boatbug Iola. There we go. All right,
Boatbug
onwards to
Aioli.
adventure.
Yes, let's.
Okay, so you head into the forest. Boatbug and Iola working together to get through here. It is difficult terrain, even for those who usually walks onto the land. And the first unusual thing you come across is once you tread deeper into the forest, ultimately trying to head to the tree of Thylea, you notice that in certain patches within the forest, there are apple trees. And the apples on these apple trees just look delicious. Nice, shiny, sweet. You know they're good-looking apples. Not rotten in any way, shape, or form.
Would we do they look golden?
No, not golden
No,
apples. No. I see what you're aiming for there, but no, they're not golden apples. Just
No.
red, delicious.
Not golden delicious. Okay. Have we heard any stories of apples, legendary apples?
You can make a history check.
I would love to. Thank you. Uh, 12.
You read some accounts of the earlier Dragon Lords who said the apples were sweet and delicious and had beneficial properties to them.
I pass this on to everyone. Everyone, these are supposed to be delicious and supposed to give us some beneficial powers. The only thing is, these beneficial powers I can't quite recall. But, I'm sure that's a good thing.
Do you have some way of discovering if they are magic?
Oh, yes. No, I can ritually cast detect magic. No worries, yes. All right, and I do so.
Okay. Just a sec.
And as it's a divination spell, someone gets my, what do you call it? Temporary hit points.
They give off an aura of evocation magic.
Evocation magic. Cool. Yeah. Can I just say, Particles, you get hit points equal, you get 13 hit points now that I've gone up a level.
Thank you. These are just temporary hit points, right?
Yeah, these are 10 hit points.
All hit points are temporary hit points, Particles. When you hang around us.
Mm-hmm. So, evocation, cool. I pass that information on, obviously.
Cool. I'm somewhat wary of them, so I'm not going to mess with them until we find out who's in charge of this place.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, it's probably best not to raid the garden before we meet the Lord. I can somewhat agree. Understanding the sort of elemental nature of this magic, then perhaps the boons that we seek might be turned against us, so were we to bite into them straight away. So, yes, I agree. We could grab some on the way down if we need to.
Okay, so putting this grove of delicious-looking apples behind you, you press further into this mountainous area, which is leading to the tree of Thylea. As you're looking up at this magnificent tree, somewhere in the sky above, you hear a horse's whinny. Glancing upwards, you see a white-winged creature gliding through the clouds. A flying horse, of all things, gracefully alights on a tall rock and watches you cautiously from a distance. You've heard stories of this creature. It's called a Pegasus. And up above, it's about 50 feet above you, looking at you very closely. What do you do?
No sudden movements, no loud noises.
With horses, you tend to offer them an apple.
So it's 50 feet above you. You could approach it by climbing up a fairly easy rock face to get to the Pegasus.
Oh yeah, definitely want to do that.
Just sort of nature or history sort of check. It's equivalent for me on both those stats. Is in terms of the lore of this, are they intelligent creatures or are they just fey creatures?
Make a roll now. Depending on your roll, I'll tell you about Pegasus.
Choose
Pegasi?
nature. Dirty 20.
They are good. They're what's the phrase I'm looking for? They are proud. They are pure of heart. They look like this. And they are intelligent. Intelligent enough to speak.
Does anyone speak the Fey languages? Perhaps that's what they might speak.
I speak Sylvan.
Yes.
Sorry,
Well,
slight correction. They're intelligent enough to recognize speech, but cannot speak themselves.
okay. Well, at the very least, they might be able to take us closer to the tree.
It's singular. Is that correct?
Yep,
Or is there a group of them?
One Pegasus. And when you make the comment, Damus, that it could carry you to the tree, it snorts a little bit and dances further up the mountain, 75 feet away from you.
If it wanted to, if you wanted to help ourselves, that's fine. That's totally fine. One day you'll hatch my pretty, and then you'll be able to take me everywhere.
I just still want to touch it like I touched the deer.
It did fly a little bit higher, but once again, it would be easy enough to approach to the ledge that it's on. Do you approach Okobolo?
Yeah. I approach with.
Yep.
I'm approaching with my hand out, palm upturned to show that my hand's empty, and not looking it directly in the eye, like glancing up at it and then glancing away. Just trying to do a bit of Pegasus whispering.
Sure. As your head bowed and your eyes are dancing back and forth to see the Pegasus, just has eyes locked on you the whole time. It's almost a little unnatural. I mean, you've seen horses before Okobolo, and not one of them has locked eyes on you. So that's unusual for a start. And as you approach, passively as you are, make me an animal handling check.
Not a good day for rolls today.
As you approach it and reach out a hand to pat it like you did the deer, a little more cautious than the deer, and it snorts and kind of dances away from you 10 feet away. Just takes these magnificent wings that, from a biological standpoint, make no sense whatsoever. But regardless, the horse is magical, I guess, and it just beats its mighty wings and dances away. It doesn't seem to like you, Okobolo.
Maybe Svenpur. Maybe it would feel a greater affinity for you, a fellow.
Sylvan.
Yeah, right. Just because I'm an animal, you assume I can speak.
Regardless of the stereotypes, then, do you approach?
Yeah, I'll approach it.
How are you approaching it?
I'm gonna jump up towards it.
Just bound up. Okay. Same deal. Make me an animal handling check. Yeah. Seems it doesn't like Svenpur as well. Well, not dislikes, but just when you approach it to, stroke its mane or something, it bounces away 10 feet away. And it's
Hey, I
back to
got
you.
an idea, Svenpur, and I'm going to whisper in Svenpur's ear, what if I chuck you at it?
Feels like a good way to get kicked by a Pegasus.
Well, just,
What do you?
I mean, I haven't really thought very, very far into it, but if I just pick you up and throw you at it, then you'll get real close to it real quick.
I mean, go for it, big guy.
Yeah.
So, we'll say that
Um,
Pegasus is 10 feet away. I imagine Svenpur is pretty light. Would that be true, Riley? Svenpur is not much
Yeah, I
meat
am
on the bones? Small, okay. Make an unarmed attack roll, if you'd be so kind, Okobol.
Yeah.
Just treat that as you're throwing Svenpur.
Oh, rubbish.
Pick up Svenpur.
Rubbish roll.
Almost throw him overhand like throwing in a ball from the boundary in cricket. And the Pegasus. Well, first of all, you smack your face into the edge of the cliff, Svenpur. You take 4 points of damage as you completely miss the Pegasus, and the Pegasus takes to its wings and flies off into the mountains.
And there she goes.
Hey, wait. That was, I was just fun. Come on. You want to play catch the rabbit?
Bitch.
If it does understand it's not responding, and it leaves.
Oh, well, we'll continue our climb then.
That was heaps of fun, bro. That was choice.
I had real fun eating that wall.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Maybe next time, land, sort of feet first.
What's it called? The fastball special. Does anybody know what the fastball special is?
Oh, yes.
Well, is that like Beast and Wolverine usually?
Colossus and Wolverine.
Well, actually, no. I mean, to be fair, they had a few combos.
Wolverine was always
Beast and
involved,
Gambit
though.
at one point.
Oh, was it? Oh. Well, at least some of us know what we're talking about. All right. So, you continue your quest up, and you eventually get, where am I? Oh, by the way, there's so many creatures on this island, all very passive. There are tropical birds, large mammals such as deer, boar, sheep, and smaller creatures such as rabbits, beavers, possums, and raccoons. You know, any one of them you could just smack over the head. And I suggest you smack over the raccoon's head because we were invaded the other day by a family of raccoons. We could see them nesting up in a tree near our house. And every night they'd come in and tip over our garbage cans and go through them. So feel free to knock the raccoons on the head.
No, thank you.
And we had beer. We had a beer that used to hang around at our house as well until the city council came and knocked it out and put it deep into the forest because it can't get used to living around humans because that's not good for them. Now, I'll say in the background of all this, you know that there are great golden beasts on this island. Is anybody actively looking for these creatures?
Oh, yes, I'm looking for one with a sheep.
Anybody
Looking
who
for
is
it.
looking, let's make me a survival check.
Oh, survivor.
Anybody who wants to actively look for a golden
Sheep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I might as well. I don't think I'm specifically looking for golden fleece or from the sheep, but Darmus tells me I should.
Well,
So,
you look for what you want.
not so good.
Okay. Keeping those roles in mind. But you get to the heart of the island, and there's an enormous oak tree that just towers over the other oak trees on this island. At a guess, you think it's about 200 feet tall.
Oh, I want to get up to the top of that.
As a dragon lord, I search my brain as to what sort of ritual might be appropriate and prostrate myself in front of it.
Okay, you've prostrate.
Damus is groveling to a tree.
Prostrate. That's the thing you're doing is spelt like that, right? Because it sounds like, a prostate exam.
There was definitely an R in there. Yes.
Prostrate.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. What do you do?
That is what I do.
Okay. Consider it done.
I'd like to have a look around and see, has the tree dropped any acorns?
Make a
Being
investigation
oak.
check.
Is the tree magic? Could someone do detect magic? Has anyone got
Oh,
that?
yes, I absolutely can do that.
It seems to be glowing on the map.
It does. No acorns, Particles. Well, not that you can find anyway. I think Damus, you would detect magic it? Detect magic?
Yes.
Gives off strong divination magic.
Strong divination magic. Well, in which case, yeah, is there any ritual that I can understand as part of...
Does the tree have any fruit or anything like that on it?
Nope.
Are there any fallen branches from the tree?
No, but there's not. I mean, it's just this massive tree no acorns that Particles could find, and it stands strong and proud. Blows
I
gently in the
take it the
string, but no leaves, no twigs, nothing like that fall from it.
and I take it the canopy, the leaves are quite some distance away from the ground.
Yeah, you'd have to climb it to touch the leaves.
I definitely want to climb it.
Okay.
From a magical point of view, would this perhaps be potentially a source of good material either for divination or possibly for a wand? Did we have any requirements for getting
Yeah, let's
any
have a
sort of
look.
sacred wood of some description for weapons?
Let's have a look here. Oh, that's monster art. Where is the thing?
Treasures, the Mithril Forge.
Yeah, there we go. So no, there's nymph ears and mithril ingots and precious gemstones, goat's heads and gorgon blood, but nothing other than golden fleece for winged stuff.
You said nymph. Maybe there's dryads here.
It could
I'm
be,
seeing.
it could well be, but what? Tell you what, this impressive divination magic. I'm going to spread out my bones of Belmetria and try and do one of my class features, I guess.
As you lay down the bones of Belmetria, you hear a voice in your head, and only you hear it.
Okay.
You hear a voice saying, "Welcome." Ooh.
And my eyes,
Mhm.
who approaches? My eyes sort of roll back in my head, and I say, and it's your choice whether it's out loud or in my mind. But I say, I'm Darmus.
It's up to you. You can say
Part.
it out loud or in your mind. That's your choice.
I'll say it in my mind so long as it's effectively communicating with it, and just say I'm
know. I know you, Adamus. I know you are wise beyond your substantial years. What question do you have for me, Darmus the Great?
The question.
You may ask me one question, and one question only, about something to happen within 7 days.
Okay, well,
ask
I
me
need
one question in regards to what will happen with 7 days or before from now. What is your question, Darmus?
Will you egg hatch? Actually, don't waste it on that.
And he sits there in silence. And he thinks, oh, goodness gracious.
Your time, Darmus. We have all the time in the world. Right now, it is just you and me.
No.
And I have the patience of a tree, which is very patient. Take your time.
What are you doing over there, Damas?
And Damas gives nothing away in his face, and he can't, he's scared that he's going to get trapped by asking a clarifying question. And so what he will ask the question that he will ask is, where is the best island to further our gains?
I thought you can only ask if something will happen within 7 days.
I couldn't, but so
What
yeah.
are your aims, Damas? What do you wish to achieve?
Oh, I wish to defeat Sidon. That's what I wish to achieve.
If you go off adventuring, I'm gonna search the seas for you. I will find you and bring you back. But Okobolo, he's not looking for me. I honestly don't know what to make of that. Did I break his heart? Does he disown me? I want this adventure, but I kind of almost wanted my dad to come save me, but he's not. It's very confusing.
Oh,
So you broke up there for a second. Okobolo.
party adventures sometimes.
Am I the only one getting? Can anybody else hear
Doesn't hear me.
Okobolo?
Right? Oh yeah. So
Sorry. I think I'm back now. I'm back. I had some connection issues there. So she says, yeah, she's confused about her dad not looking for her.
yeah. Well, I say that's part of adventuring, part of growing up. Adventuring is sometimes facing up to life changing in ways that you aren't ready for. It's gone again.
No, I'm mumbling. Iola's mumbling, not quite sure what to say. And she says, I hear what you're saying, Okobolo, but I don't know. Maybe I wanted to be chased at some level, but I guess this is adventuring, right? Sometimes there's not a safety net.
Yeah.
Guess I wanted a safety net.
Sometimes there's not, and this is now when you find out whether this is what you actually really want, Ola, whether you just like the idea of it. We're not too far away from your kingdom. We can always drop you off back there.
No, I don't want to go back with my tail between my legs, especially since I don't have legs. But yeah, okay, I'm in. I'm all in.
Good.
Thanks,
Good.
Okobolo. You've always been on my side, even when you're debating whether I should come on this. Thank you, Okobolo.
Yeah. Well, we're a team, and if you can trust us and we can trust you, then we'll get by.
I don't know if I trust the old guy. I'm not sure if he remembers my name, but I trust you, Okobolo.
Yeah. He's all right. He's just a bit stuck in his ways.
Oh. Okay. Should we go back to the tree?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go back to the tree.
Okay, well, Okobolo's having a heart-to-heart with Iola. What's the rest of you guys doing?
Well, having observed what's going on, I would like to attempt to lay my hand upon the tree and think of a question.
Please. What is it that you would ask of me? You hear in your head.
Right. Okay, so... Oh, just opening up Word again. Oh, it's disappeared. Come back. All right. So within 7 days, we intend to visit the Centaur and the Twins. Will we find the Antikythera, the missing cog from the Antikythera device?
You follow the constellation of the Scorpion? No, sorry, the Centaur, and what was the other one? The Twins?
Twins.
You will not find